Spend your Roth early. Yes, I said it. Your old buddy Joshua, the author of the kick-ass book, The Tax Bomb in Your Retirement Account. And of course, I can't find. Oh, there it is. There it is, right there. Tax Bomb in Your Retirement Account. I'm saying spend down your Roth. How double dog dare you, Josh? How double dog dare you? All right, so I just got off the horn with these legends. Been married 32 years, been in the same house for a long time. They built their house. They did it. Guy worked in the same job for 30 years, and the job went to China, and he got another job. So basically, same line of work for 35 years. Just legends, no debts, and they're just going to kick ass and take names. They don't have $1 million. How dare they retire? In fact, it's funny. I said, that's why I wrote the book, You Can Retire on Social Security. And he said, oh, I got it, Josh. I got that book. You Can Retire on Social Security. Just real quick. Couple. I got that book right there. These are basically pamphlet-sized books, by the way. The Tax Bomb Retirement Account, Retire with a Wellington Fund. Probably should update that. The Strategic Money Planning, 8-way to put your financial house in order. I think I got another one up there, too. I forgot what my other book is. But anyway, if you haven't bought my books, what freaking... Anyway, so I want to show you something. So now, the issue that this guy's got, he and his wife, I think he's a year older. One of them, I can't remember, but they're about a year apart. And he's going to retire the next year or so. And he'll be retired before he's on Medicare. So he'll have to either go on the exchange or he'll go on like Medishare, on one of those Christian, not insurance, but health care units that are out there. We were on Medishare for a while, too. I like Medishare. Big fan, long time. They were explicit they would not cover Chloe's heart condition, though, a pre-existing condition. That made us, well, my wife particularly, kind of nervous. So we went back to traditional health insurance just to have pre-existing conditions covered. Medishare, to the right, I mean, they say, look, we can't take on the risk of pre-existing conditions and throw that to our other insurer. That would be fair to them. Anyway, so if you don't have pre-existing conditions, Medishare, these Christian health share groups are wonderful. Absolutely. You have to do the research on that. But either way, Obamacare is out there, the Affordable Care Act, affordable. And these guys are going to have to go on that most likely. And so the question is, how much is it going to cost them? All right, so let's just take a look here. So what we're going to show you here, this is their cash flows. All right, so this is when he retires right there. So in 2027, 2028, all right, this is before he's on Medicare. He'll be on, I think he was born at the latter part of the year. So he's going to have a small pension kick, and it's only $200, not even $200 a month, $180 a month. But they spend about $60,000 a year, about $65,000 a year. But they don't have $65,000 coming in. So they're going to have to pull the money from someplace. And you can see right here, because his taxes are $8,507, they're going to have to pull $75,000 from his portfolio, his IRA. $75,000. They'll pay $8,500 in tax. They'll give them the $66,000 they need. All right. But the problem with doing that, though, is that will be the amount of money they use in terms of calculating what their Obama tax credits are. And their Obama tax credits, if he can reduce that significantly under current law, he and his wife can save a freaking boatload of money on Obamacare premiums. So what I said is, no, let's not do that. Let's do this instead. Let's take it from your Roth. So remember, 2028 we're looking at here. Total outflow is $73,572. 2028, when you're taking it from your Roth instead, total outflow is $65,000. You see taxes right there, $0 and $17 while they're still on Medicare, before on Medicare. See the difference there? You take it from your Roth. So let's just see what the tax thing looks like. If you take it from your pre-tax, your IRA, here's your effective tax rate right here, 12%. If you take it from the Roth, here's your effective tax rate, nothing. Then we go to the 1040 here, right here. This is taken from their IRA. You can see IRA distribution, $71,402. We go back here. $71,402 is their IRA distribution, $71,402. We come back here, $71,402. So what does it look like for that's their total income right there, $73,000. Their AGI, $73,000. That's what goes to the bottom line for Obamacare. But if they take it from the Roth, their total income right here, their AGI, is only $3,800. That's not even enough, frankly. We need to have a little bit more to qualify for Obamacare. So they need about $20,000 from their IRA. But you can see that right there. Look at that. I mean, and then the difference would be, of course, that if they take it from their IRA, they have less taxes here. This is when RMDs kick in a little bit, not much. This is when he dies. The wife is left with a 7% effective tax rate. If they take it from their Roth first, it goes a little bit higher, but it's still less than 10% up until he dies, and it's still not bad. Anyway, this is the one drawback about this book is when I had written it, it was just Obamacare got solidified the next year. I probably ought to do an update on this book, just to take into consideration Obamacare stuff. But it's a big deal because those the Obamacare premium tax credits are worth freaking potentially tens of thousands of dollars. So that's when you want to spend down your Roth first, is if you're on Obamacare, for sure. And it's funny because this guy's telling me, he's like, yeah, we went to our financial advisor, Ed Jones, we've been working with for a long time. He's the one who suggested we put all this money into the Roth. So he got a good amount of money in Roth. He goes, but then he died suddenly, so he went to another guy. And the other guy's like, oh, why you got all this money in the Roth? It's dumb. He basically made a mistake. I was like, no, he didn't make a mistake. The Roth gives you the flexibility to be able to choose from where your money comes from while you're on Obamacare. It's a big deal. It's a big deal, man. And that's crazy. I was like, that guy's stupid. Forget that. Don't ever talk to that guy again. You know what I'm saying? Because that's just dumb. No, that's when you use your Roth right there, for sure. You spend it down early if you need to be on Obamacare. All right, God bless. Love your thoughts. Smash that like button. We'll see you.